all that much. It said not applicable, but I promise this is going to be more than applicable. Brokey joining the roster relatively recently. That's why there's not so many recent games on the map unplayed. And now, oh, we get a good one. We get a new addition to the statistics. Train, FaZe, mousesports, map 2. And we're getting into the action with what does seem to be a split, divide and conquer. Karrigan getting out some early utility. They're putting that P250 for an early sightline. He will call nothing there. Oh, and nothing left. coldzera, 1 bullet fired so far in the server. A single bullet. And Nico's, oh, Nico is doing what coldzera. 4 kills from Nico. He's driving me insane.
That's okay. Well,
That's a good start.
I didn't think we'd see it again, but Nico continues to flabbergast us here on the desk. Another world-class performance there. The USP didn't seem to miss a single shot, all headshots, of course.
Yeah, just diving into FaZe's stats on this map since the addition of Brokey and coldzera, they've only played it 5 times. They've won it twice. They've lost it 3 times. Those losses are against mousesports, which I just referenced, Big, and Virtus Pro. Their wins are against Fnatic and VP as well. So they haven't played it a lot. There's not too much digging into the demos that Karrigan and Regin are able to do here. And I'm excited to see what FaZe's approach is overall for this map.
Obviously, the approach is just bang them out with quad kills every
Headshots
round.
work, right?
Obviously. Jokes aside, it was a fantastic start, and you can see that the respect from mousesports is being given. Just the full Glock eco, the Glico.
The Glico, as the kids are calling it these days. We will be seeing it come out.
I like a little run. Can you even run boost? He's just going to whack his head. He's just going to be sat on top of him.
I guess they're waiting for any CTs to get inquisitive, I suppose. I don't think we'll see a run boost necessarily.
Yeah, we don't use boosts in the same way we used to. Like back in the day, you would do a stack because you would be ready for someone rounding the corner. Now when people are rounding the corner, it feels like they have an advantage.
Yeah, whenever I call, let's stack here and do this, I always think this is such a cool idea. This has worked so well, but I realized slowly that in CSGO, it doesn't seem to work too often.
Yeah.
Actually, descends to 2 kills against you.
Yeah.
And your ability, let me get it right, sorry, your accuracy is affected as soon as that bottom is ripped from underneath you, so you just have this constant stream of inaccurate bullets as you fall to the floor, and usually you're falling to the floor for the rest of the round. Does seem that mousesports are going to be putting out those 5 AK-47s, so I'm expecting some pace here, Hank. Expecting a quickie.
Well, time will tell. They have all the advantages.
This looks like their standard play.
They could ever ask for. They've got the rifles across the board. And at this stage, coldzera ready to swing from the server. It's a classic AWP setup here. You got Brokey with the sniper. Same story for Nico, but he's got the scout up and towards heaven. And mousesports have every advantage here. But smoke's going down. Who will get this first pick?
Oh, look at Nico. He's desperately trying to find it. The whole periphery of the site. Now he's exposed, but his barrel blocked the view. And now he should go down. Chris J onto the site, and just like that, he's opened up the Yota site. It does seem like Olof's going to try his hand at a retake. Gets the info, tries to bait him in with a ladder. He's tried every trick in the book to seize an advantage versus Rops, and it's done enough. Drew the attention. Now he's got the frag. A 5 versus 3 turn 3v3. Now Frozen's just lingering on the sandwich position. He could get hunted down if Cold advances on blue.
Brokey was starting to fall back already. He's towards connector right now. They've actually got a bit of a look into this round of this stage, and the jumping MP9 somehow gets another. I still think the mousesports will win this round, but overall it looks like they've actually caused such a massive dent here. This could be detrimental going forward.
Yeah, I mean, Chris J did well to find 3. Cole's has got another one. He's going to force Moxic into the line, dinks him down to just 15 HP. He could very well have just won the round right there, but they make them pay for victory.
So, that's the bonus round, essentially, Chad. You're coming in with MP9s of FAMASes because you've had so much success earlier on. You've got 4 kills, make it 5 with the explosion there. You've saved the AWP. If anything, you're probably pretty happy at that round. Like, maybe not considering the fact it came so close, but you weren't expecting that to come back in their favor in any way whatsoever.
Well, that was some twists and turns right there, but the response is going to be double AWPs coming straight out. Nico will get dropped across the second AWP. Brokey will continue the one that he saved across. Yet to die, yet to get a kill, yet to get an assist. So maybe this will be Brokey's round right here. Same opening smokes, 5 lane and E-box, they come into play, but this is more delayed.
And straight out they go. Surrounding the smokes, but Rain does have a chance. He dinks down 1. But the bodies have been favoring mousesports here quite considerably. Yes, damage inflicted, but only 3 members of FaZe remain in their chance to send mousesports back down into that low buy. Now crawling across the site, they are everywhere. They might just be the save call right out of the gate, especially now the bomb is down. Rops to hunt them down and try and take those weapons away.
Yeah, good stuff here from mousesports. Outside seems to be the aim of the game, and Rops with a lovely shot from his key position at the upper ramp. That's a Galil striking, removing one of the AWPs. And now just Olof and Brokey holding on to the weaponry if possible. I don't think they'll be able to do so. A lot of players starting to explore their options here. It's a 5 versus 2. Olof Meister makes his way towards upper. Rops now hungry for blood.
I think the fact they get the magic number of 3 frags to force the CTs into a weird dropping position may have been enough, but Rops wants some more. We'll get the head of Olof, and that's just left Brokey alone. He will survive. Bomb does a chunk of damage, but gets to hold on to the AWP. Now, with these smokes in the last 2 gun rounds, it's the same opening as what they traditionally do, but normally what you see is the initial spawn running down the Olof position, doubling back through the sandwich spot, maybe gets flashed through, attacks the bomb, or comes and wraps back around E-box. The change we're seeing here is a lot more numbers coming out of main from mousesports, and they're doing it delayed. They're waiting either for 1 or 2 options. FaZe Clan to dump all of their nades into team main, or to push forward in front of that smoke wall to get vision, and then they're pouncing out with those flashes and swinging bomb train side as opposed to going all the way down Ivy.
So, it's the eco for FaZe, but they did save the AWP. Brokey, he's not up there in the conversation with the top 5 AWPers in the world just yet, but he's certainly making a name for himself. If he can pull this round off for FaZe, it would get them back in the lead and back in favor to find a 2-0. He is joined by just a P250 though, however. 3 USPs around him, and for now, no picks found. Boosts up towards connector. A nice position, considering the context of this round. If he does get the opener towards main, they can try and grab that weapon, see what can be done. But for now, mousesports being very patient. They still have the majority of their utility. 3 smokes, 6 flashbangs. As they start to poise themselves, where do they want to finish up? Is Chris J to collect the bomb? His movement suggests they'll head up towards outside, but he does hand the bomb over to Carrigan. So he'll be setting up the sandwich smoke here, and off we go.
Smokes will bloom. Brokey to do it all for FaZe Clan in this round. He gets the info, but he's been spotted. They know that was the AWP. He does get the first. Bullets anticipated through the smoke, and that's all he will pull home. Not enough to convert the round. And Rops continuing to make his Galil sing. Just going to be all off. Maybe he could retrieve that AWP on Brokey in a hero play, but it does just feel like he's about to catch a bullet in the back of the head. Or the front. Chris J opts for the forehead.
So, no AWP available now going forward. They've gone for a double AWP set up to a 0 sniper arrangement. We'll see whether these M4s will be enough to topple the likes of mousesports as they lead 3-2 right now on the T side of train. And you might expect something a little bit different from FaZe Clan. Yeah. They have no defuse kits. They don't have any incendiaries. They quite desperately needed opening picks, so they might position in towards Pop Dog Room, could push in towards main, maybe an inside push. There are options to them, or they could just run the straight default. Time will tell as they'll start sending soaks up towards outside. Molotov from Carrigan. It won't be the same pace we've seen before, just suggesting there's players out with the smoke deployed.
That right there is the traditional set of nades he'd throw. That smoke there is to put out the Molotov so that he's able to continue pushing all the way down. So he's just feigning that. That will come into play later in the game, I'm sure.
Yeah, he wants them to be aware of the utility, but not always be expecting the push. Robs, despite hearing all of the, or rather having a smoke thrown his way in halls, he will throw out the Molotov for Pop Dog. Here we go then. Re-smoking Pop, that will buy them some time. There is no issue with time at this moment, but how has he done this again? He's just slipped the net. Nico with a nice angle over the smoke on Sandwich. Looking to climb up blue, elevated position. He didn't quite finish off the frag. Oh dear, that could haunt him. Chris J lives to fight another day. Fortunately for him, it's coldzera who'll finish the job. 2 remaining now for FaZe Clan, and Woxic does manage to level it up, keeping things competitive.
It's a weird round, this one. Not clear as to who's to be picking it up. 25 seconds remain. Brokey patrolling towards the outside bomb site here. The flash won't catch him. It's a smoke thrown towards connector. The backstab should be enough at this point. Olof Meister should be able to get his final frag, which he will. 3-3 Convincing finish there for FaZe, and they'll recover some T-sided weaponry as well. Olaf opting for the AWP. Brokey finds an AK in the nick of time. They'll probably swap over, to be honest with you, as we'll see that come through. Olaf Meister given the AK-47, hands it to coldzera, their star player.
For hot potato with
yes,
the
he's
AK.
left it for Mass. He's like, you know what? Give it to Nico. That makes sense.
There's no Kriegs being bought here by
Good point,
mousesports,
good
just to note.
observation.
They had plenty of money to do
Yeah.
so, but they've opted not to buy it. So.
And on Train, it makes sense, right? It makes the
Yeah.
most sense on a map like Train. You give a Krieg on the CT side of this map, you're in a lot of trouble.
Here we go. Now it is the full set piece. Karrigan's out. He's dropped his molly.
He's going to fight Nico, and Nico does more than one. He doubles up. The entire mousesports attack has been completely destabilized and undermined with 90 seconds still to go on this round. Oh.
That move saw them have a lot of success towards the tail end of 2019. It was one of their key maneuvers. I think we even had Karrigan on an interview talking about the flight path that he would run from there. And while it's been booked on out, you could see earlier in this piece so far, they've been opting for a different variation. This time they're going back to the old strategies. And FaZe Clan are more than ready for it. So on track for a 4th round here, but you never want to count Rops, Woxic, and Frozen out of a scenario.
The young guns, aside from the mousesports franchise players, that is Karrigan and Chris J.
Well, Voxic, what have you got for us? One of the most exciting snipers in the scene right now. Gets himself on pallets. There is a kill available. Timing eludes him, though. Nico might want to get down after spotting him there, which he will. Gets himself over to help.
They should just save now. If he can't find anything from this team aim position, running the gauntlet of Yard is...
They are at first, they've lost bonus right now. They lose this round, they get 1900. So I agree with you. There's no reason to go for this. With 20 seconds left, you're not going to win the round. They're still going for it. Fascinating.
They might just be seeking...
13?
Oh, he's pushed into the Yard. They're actually committing forward?
They've got 10 seconds at this point. So the best case scenario is you survive. Worst case is you die after the timer and you're going to get no money going forward. Why have they committed that?
Hiding in plain sight, I suppose.
I guess
you would
you're right.
never expect them to be directly in front of you.
It scared the living daylights out of me. But it will work out for them. They do keep 3 players up. It all came down to this play. Chad spotted their set piece, and Nico did as well. He managed to get the double kill with the AK-47. The way he was performing on Nuke, of course you want him to have the AK. It does make a lot of sense. You want your star players to have the best weapons available possible. There was that weird era within Na'Vi when Edward and Zeus were still in the lineup that we had Simple without the AK-47.
According to Zeus, Simple wanted to use the Deagle.
I appreciate that. I don't care what Simple wants. I want to win the game.
I agree.
That's my point.
I'm with you.
I don't care what he wants to say. No, listen to us. You're better than me. You're using the gun that's going to win us the round. Let's agree on that. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense to give your star player these weapons to have maximum impact with that particular gun. Not just say, oh, we got a kill with it, that will do.
No, you want to be converting. The number at the top is the only thing that matters, really. Doesn't matter how many kills you get at the end of the game.
I don't care about the stats individually. I just want the team to win. That's how I'd be thinking.
Same smoke wall, immediately pushed away with the defensive smokes. Karrigan's going to try his luck, and Nico's there again to receive.
Oof, big damage from the AK spray, but dished out by the Galil as well. It's Christian that comes out on top. He's low, but happy with the frag. Nico is removed. Rain will just reposition now. And towards the backtracks, Frozen has the advantage there. Does he decide to fall back? The grenade will send him packing either way.
Look how passive on Yard they are. Rain's in a bit of trouble here.
Incendiary buys him some time. He can focus now more towards the outside area.
Yeah.
And not sure what's happened there. Olaf Meister out positioning Frozen, who was trying to get some intel towards the CT step to the wide swing. Still going to get uncomfortable here for FaZe. Chris J, the danger man once again. Ducking and weaving around the bomb site, looking for any players out of position. Gonna find one, gets the dink, doesn't take him down.
Oh, the weaponry there, holding him back. And FaZe will get the last frag necessary. This is going to extend their lead, put them 5-3, and they do so cleanly, preserving 3 T weapons. They would be all available for them. Now, this comes back to Chad's point. No Kriegs being invested, which does mean that the CT side will not have that option of the one-shot, one-kill CT scoped rifle.
I think that even with that plant, mousesports have to consider a partial investment here. I don't think they should be going all in. Just, you know, get a couple of upgraded bits of utility, maybe a pistol or 2. See if you can start hitting that inner bomb side a little bit more. All of their attacks so far have been out through main, right? We've been seeing the same smokes over and over again. It just depends on which portion of the round. And it does look like they will be changing their tact.
But if I'm FaZe Clan and for the first time, I'm not seeing those smokes outside, am I getting a little paranoid?
Oh, of course. Of course. The thing I think that Mouse have done well within these 8 rounds is they've spaced out the smokes. It hasn't always been at the start. Most of the time, yes. But there has been the odd round where it's been a little bit later. So you never... you never have 100% sure in Counter-Strike. These are just guesstimations.
Yeah, it's all about the maths at the end of the day. Probability does dictate that this one should go well to FaZe, and that nade, owie, is going to bring Rops down to just 22. Won't be doing much with that health, especially now the rest of it's been taken down. Olof keeps the outside yard safe and sound, and they're going to keep all of their players, bar one, up and alive. Chris J catching a clawback frag, puts a rifle in his grasp. But crossover, what did Karrigan just do? He got a double kill. He could find a triple. He was lining it up, taking his time. coldzera will shut him down, but I have no idea how 2 bodies just hit the deck in Z.
Must have been some bangers right there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be lucky enough to catch those in the replay. But if not, we can note that Woxic's been able to get the AWP back out, so that's a positive sign. They can go for more of their default spreads, maybe send him over towards Ivy to pick up some of those. This is the first one on Nico, not even looking. And here's Karrigan for you.
Oh, you didn't quite catch it. I don't blame you. Yeah,
nice try. It's all right.
He was fast. He was close.
There's lots of things going on in that round.
Karrigan's name did start filling the feed, and just a couple of seconds too slow. Nico will have his toes burned a little bit, and we can see the initial exchanges continuing between mousesports and FaZe, just throwing buckets of utility towards Decon.
It was a very deep Molotov in towards main then. Normally you see it more at the mouth of main, but they've thrown it very deep and then had nades to clear out the close corners. So Mouse have had to give that position up for now, and they'll be heading over towards Ivy. Woxic has no option to find a kill here. As we can see by looking at the minimap, there is no one home. Ivy is completely open. This is a gamble right now from the side of FaZe Clan, having 3 individuals stacked towards that inner bomb site and 2 players pushed up in forward positions on yard. You can see 1 towards the pop dog position and 1 playing sandwich. So Ivy could be a bit of a problem.
It could be. They are considering or posturing for some information towards inner, but yet to commit towards it. Like a walk-up ramp or upper. In fact, they're doing both simultaneously now. Will render them with no information. No one home, but just around the corner. Roxy's jiggle. Oh, and he gets the frag. Punishing. coldzera, however, could have the element of surprise here. He's already on upper, and if they descend that low ramp, he's going to be able to snipe them down upon the plant.
Oh, this is so strung out. Look how spread everyone is across the map right here. Chris will get on into the site. Woxix was using that smoke as a one-way. Nico does find Frozen, and this is coldzera's time to shine. They're not even worried about high ramp at this point. He appears out. He gets the second with the spray transfer, and it's just Rops. Low HP, above pop. 10 seconds left. Round on the board for FaZe Clan.
On the board in stone, Chad. It looks like this one is completely guaranteed. Rops will be having a shower in the locker room, making sure that he can keep that AK nice and tidy, because that's all he's going to have going forward. He's got a flashbang to go with it. His teammates, however, even with maximum loss bonus, they have not planted now in a couple of rounds. They'll be riding the loss bonus until the very end. coldzera with a spray down from upper. Chad called it. They didn't stand a chance as we get to round number 11. Remember, they were 3-2 up, now finding themselves 7-3 down. This was the pick of mousesports as well. You need 5 rounds for them to start believing they can do this, but still plenty to be played. This might not be one they pick up, though.
I was going to ask you how many rounds you thought.
It's the old classic question.
Yeah.
I would say 5.
5 safe.
Just to be safe. Yeah, just to feel like, okay, we can still do this. 3, I'd be thinking, okay, we're probably...
It puts the pistol into question at 3.
Yes.
Yeah. But we are...
Chris is going to find another one.
Very positive, and Chris has snuck
he's
out.
gonna-
Nico nearly went down as well, my lord, but there we go. It's the same old story. mousesports catch Nico unawares, or FaZe, I should say. Nico never unaware. Certainly not today. He woke up on the right side of bed and then some. It's 8-3. You can see his kill tally's already 15. We usually say, what? What's a magical half? 20? Is that a good? That's a ridiculous half.
20's bloody good for a half, yeah.
And he's already 15 already. Let's see this again from Chris J, just catching up Brokey. Nasty way to go, but these shots from Nico are looking pinpoint precise.
Was just about to be a team player. Well, there you go. You can see him being a team player in the mix. They're setting Ivy player up with a flash, so still able to help out the squad while hitting all the shots. It's a nice ability to have.
Both is good.
Yeah.
That's a Road to El Dorado reference, a criminally underrated animated picture that was sabotaged by the big 3D animated corporations who wanted the 2D animation to be destroyed and boycotted. And so the Road to El Dorado was criminally panned, critically acclaimed.
We might have to put that one on the telly tonight.
Yeah. Very fun. Chris J does manage to find himself an opening frag, so now we're back to a level stead. I do think Karrigan's going to do it again, though.
No, no, no. Not against Nico, my friend. This guy is a man possessed tonight. That is quite the shot.
Krieg watch.
It's a first. I just tweeted about it, saying saying that no one's buying Kriegs anymore. The Krieg is dead.
And he's just done it.
He's like, you know what? We actually need it at this point, boys. That's why. It's an insane weapon. It has that sort of potential. You want to see what it can do. It's starting to fill in now. We might see a few more Kriegs before this half is out. This AK approach hasn't been working for them. We are going to see a 3-on-3 ensue. The best chance mousesports have had in quite some time, but they still need to get that bomb close to the site. And it's isolated right now, stuck in the T entrance. They'll smoke out towards the dark side of alley.
Hello.
And Nico, he's in trouble. And if he hits that shot, called the round done. But he does get silenced finally after finding 2 kills.
Olof looks a little indecisive here. He knows the bomb's going down. He couldn't contest it with his incendiary, so instead, it'll be Olof Meister and Brokey. Oh, they're getting all the info they need. They know where both players are coming from. Hasn't stopped Olof from clawing one back. Strafing through the smoke with a flash. A valiant attempt from Brokey to continue to contribute, but I think with his death, Olof Meister's thought better of it, losing a lot of health early.
It was smart by Woxic there to change from the AWP over to the AK-47, knowing that if he was to jump through the smoke like that and he misses the shot, his teammates could be compromised. So that AK making sure he can secure the kill, not something I do see too often from Woxic, so I'm glad to see that that adjustment coming out right here. Olof's going to do his best to hold on to this M4, and I don't think they're going to find him by any means. So the fourth round on the board for mousesports here. One more they need to hit that magical number of 5. Nice opening there from Chris.
He went for the full damage, just no ladder necessary.
I guess Chris was the MVP of this round, right? Because if he didn't take down Nico on top of that train, the way that he's playing potentially gets both Ivy frags.
And it looked like Nico was going to spin around and just slap him, to be honest with you. There was a moment there where I thought he had it. But currently he has 5 multi-kill rounds. mousesports' his team has 4. Goes to show you what's really happening out there right now. But like we said, 5 is the magic number, and they're almost there. Round 13 coming up. Flashbang from Nico. That's pretty stylish. I like that. It enables him to check towards that all-off position. It's called all-off just in case you're not aware of it. When Fnatic were the world's best team in 2015, all-off made this play towards that position right in front of you every single round. Would get away with it and find kills. We call it all-off affectionately ever since. Chris J starting to come online now as he will be opening up Rain's head.
Oh, their smoke missed that was meant to land deep. So you can see that smoke and connector near Cold Zero is normally meant to bounce down those stairs and actually cover off connector for an inside set piece. Now, it wasn't an integral part of
He's done it again!
How's he here again?
Karrigan, I swear! He's just this constant behind enemy line saboteur. He's done it again. He's pulled another round home. FaZe Clan better thank their lucky stars that Karrigan has not been doing this every round, but it feels like almost every other.
I'm watching it back right now. That was only made possible by Chris J's opening as we're on board with Brokey trying to save yet again. This time they definitely should be hunting.
Do you want to pull this up? We'll have picture-in-picture of Brokey's save if you've got it handy. We could watch it back or no?
Sure. Give me one moment here. I'll tee this one up. All right, let's check this out here. So you can see that Chris J is about to step out of this main position and take the duel with Rain, who is currently at E-Box. Cold Zero is minding Ivy and Karrigan in the backline just here. So once Chris J pushes out, he gets the kill onto Rain, and Cold immediately rotates around Old Bomb, which opens the door for Karrigan to come on in with this flank here. So that's how he was able to get away with this, and as we've seen in multiple rounds, Nico is more dealing with T-Main than looking towards Ivy.
So for all of their flair, FaZe do have some gaps, and Karrigan's been very proficient in finding them. For a YOLO wallbang. Oh my lord, not far off.
Just to note, they have brought out double AWPs on the T side. Not something you see too often.
And not particularly comfortable versus an Eco. Talking of Eco, it's Nico, and this time he's gone. Karrigan sneaking.
And he's really starting to come online, isn't he? We do see Frozen. Quite a performance from him so far, but looking a little bit more active this round. It's going to be 8-6. We said 5 was enough. They found that. As we get to round number 15, the money won't be amazing for FaZe Clan. They're going to get $2,400 on top of what they have right now. So, as you can see for Rain, he'll have $4,400. So, we'll see whether that works out for him. We'll have enough for an M4 and basic utility or a FAMAS and have everything. Not known to be a sniper, Rain. Bit of a meme about that. I think he's got 1% of the sniping
like 4
responsibilities.
AWP frags in like his last year, I think was the stat. We had that before at one point.
Yeah.
So with Rain in this core 5, he has a total of
0.1.
2 AWP kills.
2 AWP kills, not bad.
Yeah, because what I did was I broke down my pie charts from when the role swap happened with Brokey, before and after.
Right.
And before he had one and after he's had one. So probably used that while saving, I would imagine.
Yeah, so he saved an AWP once, but other than that, not known to be an AWPer. Rain's certainly proficient with the rifle.
And the pistols. And
pistol
what else
and
has he
every
got
other
with?
gun.
Yeah, just not the AWP.
I haven't seen a Rain scout either, that's true.
that's-
The scope weapons are not his thing.
It's weird. You'd think his mechanical skill would lend itself towards those sort of weapons, the one-shot kill of the AWP, but he just doesn't want to go near it, it seems. Either way, final round of this first half, FaZe Clan 8, mousesports 6. 2 international rosters here, locking horns. 2 titans of the top 10 as well, looking to close out this best of 3 is going to be FaZe Clan. If they can do it in 2 maps, that would be impressive, but they're starting to fall apart in the second half. They've got 3 rounds against them now. As we'll see them limp into round number 15. UMPs, FAMASs, and a nice push towards main entrance. Gets Rain in position.
Yeah, real ton of information, but oh baby, Olof. One of the 3 potent weapons left in their hands. FaZe Clan are counting on him to keep hold if they were to commit inner. They have the upper side held by Brokey for now. Carrigan's holding flashbangs that suggest Chris will be going down this ramp. Woxic likely going to jump down and hold Z. That's their protocols, and it's off to the races. Chris J out, Olof to contest. Up above the train, a fantastic angle. He manages to worm his way away as well.
It's getting tense in there right now. Chris J down towards the sidewalk. Brokey's got him. That was the danger man at that point. If he manages to break through and get behind enemy lines again, we could have a chance. It looks like FaZe have this under control, but not for long. A 3-on-2 now. Frozen. Still have enough HP to be serviceable in the round. We'll see if Niku can hold him off.
Ooh, he's taking a bullet. We'll take Carrigan down, though. And now he knows exactly where Frozen is. That Krieg that they've pulled out has not found the final necessary frag. So 9-6, FaZe Clan. They are just 7 rounds away from closing this series out in 2. It started with a bang. Let's see if it'll end the same.
That's how we know when we level up. Every second, no, I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name. They want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. Savage, you've been distracted. Your best, my average. There's a reason for that's a fact. So they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan. I ain't need that. Outworking everybody when I relax. So I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Heard that, wonder when I'm gonna peak at. And that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting a blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish, yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Embrace your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities, gather the energies.
This has to be the most highly anticipated matchup of EPL so far. Two international squads take to the server, FaZe Clan versus mousesports. Here are the scores so far at Train. You can see the individual scores, but it's 9-6 in favor of FaZe as they switch over to the T side now, chat. Do we feel like that's enough? It felt like 5 would be good for mousesports, but it looked much better towards the end.
Yeah, they milked out a couple of rounds there that we didn't see them picking on up, and I think FaZe Clan might be in a little bit of trouble, but we know that Yanko is going to have been doing his homework, going to be looking at these tendencies and how they can exploit mousesports' highest win percentage map they have in their pool here. And one fun little note, Chris J, he ended the last map as the worst performer in the server. Here, he was a key to success for mousesports, has the most kills to his name, and the highest ADR for his team. So let's get this one back underway. The pistol round is kicking on off.
And we've got smokes being lined up already. One towards connector and a new smoke I haven't seen, you're right.
The Ivy, I think.
So, yeah, must be, right?
There we go, we can see it dropping.
So do they commit off this? The Molotov as well doesn't land, so that's missed. All that homework they've been doing. Need a few more dry runs, it seems here, boys, as they still make their way towards the bomb site. Who will get the first frag? Surely it's Rops. He will open things up, can't deny the bomb. They can see Olofmeister just spinning around, making sure that gets planted, but still the man advantage sits with mousesports.
Yeah, it's not looking particularly positive, but this is Nico going unchecked. We'll tap away into the first. This has to be clean. That's the Kit, and Chris J does go down. To keep that in mind, Kit and Smoke both on Ivy. All onto Brokey.
He's found the Kit. That's Voxic, but time is ticking away. He needs to get on that bomb quickly. And they need to take this kill down first. Brokey, the young gun here, trying to fend them off. They get an advantage now. They've separated him from the bomb itself. The defuse comes through. He changes his path up. Can he deny it? He can't. Good idea from Brokey there, Chad. Surely that was enough.
Yeah, that was close. That was definitely making the best of a bad situation. He was pinned in that sandwich position, and they had a good idea where he was coming from. Now the question for FaZe is, do they want to take a save or do they want to force and drop across these weapons? It's a tough call because they do have the round lead at the moment.
And
but
the map lead as well, right?
Yeah, but if they eco now and they buy next and they lose, then they've given up that lead, right? So
they haven't.
They forced.
All they have now. I was about to say Cold Zero still has 3 grand, but they've gone for 1 Krieg and Deagles, a second one as well for Nico. So Brokey, Nico, Kriegs. We didn't see any of those really from mousesports.
A different taste from FaZe Clan's T side. Certainly a contrast already to what we saw Kerrigan calling.
Rops has only got a Deagle and head armor here, so they've dropped across M4s. That would lead me to believe in, I guess, the pursuit of fortifying against this potential force buy. Now, if I'm FaZe, I'm searching across the map. I'm hoping that a CT makes a mistake and then creeping forward with these Kriegs to take some more advantageous long-range duels. And we can see exactly that. The buddy system with the Deagle first, the Krieg right behind, ready to get that trade kill.
The opening kill. He is so damn precise today. That was the M4.
That's Voxic as well, one of the fastest players in CSGO.
That's a good point.
just absolutely wrecked. Just taken out.
There's very few players that could beat him in a reaction duel challenge, I'm sure, but Nico's probably one of them.
So, a chance for Chris J to fight back here, doing a great job. Same story for Kerrigan. Good numbers from him. We'll see whether he can keep this up. It's going to be a 3 versus 2, Cold Zero and Rain, surely with no chance.
I don't think Brokey even had a chance of firing a shot there with his Krieg. It's already out of the mix. It was only Nico who found any success, and Chris J, the hero of the first half, continues to be here in the second. Bomb's going to be dropped. Rops with only the Deagle takes down Rain with only the Deagle. And now it's Cold Zero with 15 seconds left, and he might not even be able to die, Henry, before the time expires here.
Yeah, and that might sound a bit of counterintuitive, but he actually wants to die here, just so he gets the cash in the loss bonus. And there it is. It comes through to get $2,400 per player. He would have got nothing if the timer expired. Just in case you're not a Counter-Strike aficionado, there it is. It's all broken down for you, as we'll see. FaZe broken at this stage as well.
Oh, no.
Just $3 grand. They're going to have to take the eco. And we said the Krieg swap over towards the CT side. Now, Chad, what are the main reasons you don't want the Krieg on the CT side?
Well, the scoped ability of that weapon at range while being able to hold angles is something the CTs really struggle with, right? The AUG is not as powerful as the Krieg. The Krieg can just post on up and mow down. So they are going to need to do their absolute best to take these out of mousesports' hands as early as possible. We were just talking about mousesports not buying them at all until we saw Frozen pick it up in the later stages of their first half, and then a few rounds came off the back of it.
He's warm now. He warmed up his Krieg. So
He's
now he
feeling
gets to
ready,
use
ready
it
and raring.
on the CT side. Couple of smokes and that bomb plant being mission priority number 1.
They'll be lucky to get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Robs' Deagle, to be fair, that's playing close. So if they could get that kill and get those smokes pluming, a good flash does enable them to get down to the side, but it's Hops, who's gonna... Oh, the
bomb
bullets!
plant! Wait, Nico got 2 kills?
And Nico's killed 2, a third on the cards as he tags up Robs. But what a chaotic turn of events. If Robs had one more bullet, the bomb does not go down, but just reloads in front of the FaZe Clan boys, and they get themselves $800 each extra.
Okay, that was kind of nuts. It didn't look like they had a chance to get the bomb down, but all of a sudden it does come through, nading themselves at the end there as well. Just to note, just for a bit of fun, I guess. And, maybe to pick up an incendiary on the floor. So I guess that might have been it as well. Either way, it's going to be 9-9 as we get a tied up scoreline. FaZe Clan give up all 3 rounds in the second half, busting through the lower round. It was Robs and Chris J mowing them down. You thought that would be enough, but the bomb still gets planted, and that's why. Nico using the Deagle like a sniper. And in terms of multiple frags in this game so far, that was his 6th. So managing to post big numbers here. Got himself up to 21 and 40.
That's his 6th multi-kill round?
Yes.
Whoa. We're already 19 rounds into the action. More of that to be seen, I'm sure. Close molly towards the corner where we often find T's waiting for CT pushes. It's not to be today.
This is going to be very hard for FaZe to get in here. As we mentioned before, 35 times this has been played from this mousesports roster, and they've only lost at 7.
Whoa, those are some stats. And FaZe, we haven't actually seen too much of their train, so it does make sense as to why.
Remember, it's Dust 2 to close it out as well.
Oh my God.
Just to note.
Strap yourself in.
Yeah, that will be one hell of a game. You got the best Dust 2 sniper on the server right now, up against some of the world's best players in general. It's going to be one hell of a game if it gets that. It's honestly, the fact that mousesports won the pistol on their map pick, I feel like they can get us there.
Definitely feels likely at this stage, as we have 50 seconds left on the clock. Not a whole lot of headway has been made from FaZe here. You can see this cluster setup from Mouse. They're pushed up towards the E-box. It's going to be through the back alleys, I think. The only real option for FaZe at this point, unless they want to wait for this smoke to expire.
Pop flash for Pop Dog. Nothing found.
A pop flash for Ivy. Everybody found. Oh,
That's the AUG being used there. You can see that's not quite as powerful.
backtracks to inner.
Time.
20 seconds, that's a ballsy call, and Robs just single-handedly makes things difficult. Cold Zera does have a chance onto Frozen here, and now with just 1 man left, as long as that bomb goes down, FaZe have the advantage, and they both come up the ladder. Cold was ready and waiting. He greets them with a smile, and 10 now on the board for FaZe. They needed that.
Now, this is where it gets interesting, because remember those influential kills that Nico found with the Desert Eagle to get the bomb down?
Yeah.
They have a knock-on effect now. That was Carragher and Chris J that were dropped. So at this point, they're going to have to kind of recalculate their finances, work out who's going to get what, and they've opted for a Chris J Voxic double AWP setup. For those of you who've been watching Counter-Strike a long time, Chris J was a main AWP within mousesports for 3 years or so. And now at this point, he takes a more of a backseat role, the hybrid. He can AWP when required, but when it gets brought out, the tag team duo of himself and Voxic on train is unbelievably good.
Yeah, hyper aggressive as well, because Chris J, when he does get given that AWP, he can just throw his what would typically once a game plays. He can pull them out at any This is the moment. Oh no, he's missed an easy one. It's the hard one.
How?
No scope into Rain.
How is he not dead?
Anybody understand that?
It's
no?
over.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Rain can't even believe it. Like, he wasn't flashed, but when you miss your shot, you'd assume that I'm dead now. That's it. How has he got away with that? How's Rain not killed him? I mean, can we see that from Rain's POV if possible, please, in the replay? Either way, we'll get into a 5-on-4. Chris J can't believe his luck. Molotov deployed a pop dog. Not quite deep enough to flush out the CT, but one given back in return.
That will enable Frozen to get returned to his angle. Should he need to. And look at that smoke as well. He's really doing well to stop the exit there. Pop Dog seems like a crucial component of the mousesports take, and Frozen, through his utility usage alone, has delayed it. There's only 30 seconds left. They're all so stationary, waiting.
They still have their smokes, but no one's really lined up to do anything with them yet. I think this is just going to be a loose finish towards the outside area, and they're hoping for the best. They are lining up 2 smokes now, at least. This will probably be for Sandwich and E-Box.
20 seconds.
They've fluffed this one, I'm afraid.
Frozen bought them some time. Now he could take it all away. Nico does get the first into the site. It will be Chris J to catch one with these double AWPs. Only one now, of course. And the flank from Carrigan's going to be effective. Planting in the smoke, he taps away. He actually takes down Wogsik. It's not going to be an issue in the end. That was a fantastic connection onto his teammate.
A triple kill you don't love to see, but one that wins the round. mousesports look too comfortable now. FaZe, a little bit cagey in that particular one. Down to 20 seconds. They seem like they're bumping into each other. Weren't sure they're going to finish up. Just had to accept the fact they were going for a very basic outside execution, which was shut down pretty easily. So this question, missing the shot there. Rain, how he doesn't get him there?
I suppose that's not the angle you're ready for when you're coming through. So we can give him the benefit of the doubt there that he probably was not ready for Christian to be in that position. But normally when the AWPer misses a shot, you need to be punishing
on
him.
that bolt, right? You've got you've got a good solid half a second.
For the AWPer, it feels like a lifetime. I'm sure for Rain like in that situation, it felt like a split second. So FaZe will buy up again. That plant does help them here, and this is the Carrigan maneuver we were talking about.
Yeah, but he's been spotted. He doesn't manage to get the surprise opening frag, and now Carrigan, he probably knows how to deal with this. His teammates are all reacting accordingly. Bullets through the smoke from all directions. But nobody's gone down. Rain's done very well to get this much information. His exit is covered now by Frozen, though. And I think Frozen's feeling a little... I was going to say overconfident. He does stand his ground now, waits it out. Good information gained. Frozen's doing very well to know his angles here. Rain, however, does get chunked down to 8. Frozen and Wogsik increasing the lead for mousesports here in round 21.
So much synergy here on the CT side of mousesports. You can see before they take their swings, they're waiting for flashbangs, working in tandem and making sure that everything is covered. Minute on the clock here. A 4 versus 3 sounds possible for FaZe, but I can assure you this could be one labored effort. They've already lost one player, and desperately trying to spray them down is Olaf Meiser from Ivy. Just about connects that last spinner towards the AWPer Chris J. And still 40 seconds, and now a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, with them knowing exactly where he is.
Yeah, he doesn't really stand much of a chance here. Throws a grenade. Will actually damage him more than anyone else, and it will be Frozen to finish things off with 3 kills in total. They take the lead once again. Lost bonus building up here, but not really at an amazing position until next round, where they'll get 3,400.
It's strange to see Chris J needing to be the one to step up to be the hero in this environment here. Is 20 kills to his name, 92 points of ADL, whereas Wogsik, the primary AWPer, we saw his struggles over there on the T side.
Ooh, look at him.
Just the toes.
The little booties.
Wogsik's only got 6 kills. Now, they are winning, but they are going to need him to come online in these last, well, what could be 5 rounds here, if they want to get through it with ease. Fast strat from FaZe out main, and that's the man I was talking about to get the opening.
Get what you asked for. He is going to get caught with a nade in his hand, though, and doesn't look like it's going to be any issues. Carrigan smartly opting for the SMG. He could see the eco was coming, and now he's getting himself a whole lot of extra cash to splash in the coming rounds. He will go down to Cold Steagle. Nico's got himself the same.
Yeah, this is clinical from mousesports at this stage. Every shot, every play, just racking up money, securing double AWPs, T-sided weaponry as well. I don't see them giving up another round, if I'm honest with you. This looks like a 16-10. There's a reason they picked this map. Chad's already given you the stats as to why they're considered one of the best in the world on this map. And right now, FaZe starting to shrink.
The thing is, the logical step for FaZe now would be to go and try something probably towards inner.
Inside, right? With a
Yeah.
set piece. That's what I'd be calling right now. But the thing is, if I'm mousesports, I've got this sort of control.
Carrigan's
I'm
ready for
throwing
it.
in some spanners into the works as
Yeah.
well. You know, that just when you think they're
Like
adapting.
Orp, for example.
So they will go to yeah. This is what you want to do. You want to send Rops in to just completely sabotage their adaptation if it comes through, which he has done. Amazing call. If Carrigan made this one, it's great because he only gets 1 kill, but that inside execution now that they did have it in mind is going to be compromised. They won't have absolutely everything they need with Cold Zero being removed and rained down to 18 HP. So a nice adjustment there. But the double orb setup, you can see whatever they had in mind, they're going to have to readjust now. But they wanted to go for that inside play.
They're about to get team main control here. I just saw the deep smoke come in the flash. So this is a good bit of information right here for mousesports. There is a minute left on the clock, so it is early information, but it's given them enough to rotate another member over towards this inner bomb site and set up for this hit. But meanwhile, FaZe are happy to play slow. The individual they have over towards T-Spawn watching the Ivy push tells me they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, you might be right. Totem drop here being set up.
They're going to do the a variation of it.
So you have 2 different targets. You can see them actually left and right of each other instead of on top of each other's heads. I guess that's the variation to enable a chance of getting a trade at least instead of it being a guaranteed double kill like we see so often.
Yeah, or you could do the spirit approach of having Chopper on the ladder walking down and kind of lowering like an elevator for his teammate to take the peak.
It's fake.
20 seconds, FaZe in this clock. It's very Na'Vi-esque. But they're going towards the inner site, and it has drawn a rotate. So Carrigan to sit still here on this site is their way in. They have to eliminate him. Surely they won't let the plant go down in the smoke. Carrigan will not. And that's the round 1. mousesports, they're playing this fantastically. Or FaZe Clan just really not giving the time enough thought.
They need to take a time out themselves right now and say, right, these defaults aren't working. These set pieces are getting us nowhere. Let's start just bulldozering outside. Let's start using the star players we have available in our ranks, start getting some shots. A basic approach together would be enough, in my opinion. But the problem is every time they make an adjustment, like we said, they were about to do the inside execution there. Rob pushes inside, completely changes their mindset, goes towards outer, where they've got Voxic and Carrigan just doing great work out there, working in tandem. Double orb set up, a couple of Kriegs, an Org in the mix as well. It's going to be such a nightmare to get them out of this position. I don't even know where you begin.
They need a Nico miracle round, I think.
That's it. They need someone just to step up and have one of those crazy FaZe rounds that knocks away the money at mousesports somehow. It's a 1 versus 3 situation that takes the wind out of their sails. For me, Duster is locked in. It looks like mousesports have got this just so comfortably.
If this is ever going to happen, this will be the round right here, because we can see the purchase coming on through. The Deagles are locked and loaded. The utility has been strapped on. Brokey with that AWP. He needs to make some magic happen right now, sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard for his team. 7 kills to his name. If there was ever a time that FaZe needed an opening from a T-sided AWPer, this could be it. Straight down low ramp, I reckon, or down pop. There is 2 options. Pop will be the choice.
Love it. Straight down pop with the AWP. I think found early. He wants to back up his teammates, the main body of the assault, with what limited utility they do have. He is, of course, 50% of that, so he's going to be, or even more, going to be looking to deploy that towards Rops' location as it flies in. So does the rotate. Chris J will get his AWP set up as best he can. And immediately loses his mind.
We needed something like that. We said some FaZe craziness had to be brought forth, and we could have it right here, right now. It's a 5 versus 4. The bomb's down. Desert Eagles. They saved the AWP picked up at this point from Chris J's corpse. And they might have done enough. This could be it.
Good incendiary. It's going to force Cold Zero out, but they might treat it as clear now. And that would have enabled Rain to push in. Woxic was ready. And now Olof has to be clean on the first, and he is. Brokey's AWP has found his first, and now Frozen to clutch it out. But Olof says no. Olof Meister, Train, of course, a specialty. There's a spot named after him, but that one was special. A quick 3K, the last one securing the round.
Oh, there it is, Chad. We asked for it, and it's delivered.
They need 2 of them, though.
Yeah,
they need to back that up. They need to back it up with another round if they want to have any chance of breaking the money, because Chris J, he's been squirreling away his pennies. This was the opening.
Yep, it was ridiculous. Cold Zero and Olof Meister with the Desert Eagle. This was quite iconic almost. Olof Meister, this final shot. It's 1 versus 1. Remember, he misses this one bullet.
Needed.
He loses the round because he would have full defused the bomb. That was just down to 1 bullet to save the day. That's all.
Yikes. Oh, back to the slow default stuff phase. It hasn't worked so far.
Yeah, I want to see them pick up the pace. Just let's throw caution to the wind here.
Against double orbs, would you assume that pace is it going to
Yeah, with a couple of basic smokes out there, which are very easy to run at the start of the round and grouping over to 5, I think that's almost the best way to counter those double orbs. We'll see though, as they have found this opening pick and a decent Molotov now to block off the vision of Carrigan. This is the moment. Who will take the next frag? It's going to be Chris J.
And he gets away scar-free. Big advantage now. coldzera caught out. This aggression from mousesports has been so calculated and effective. Brokey will smoke off Carrigan.
Bit of a gap there. That might be enough for a kill.
I think
does
it
look
might
like
be
enough. Yeah, he saw legs. And he sees Nico fall in the feed. Carrigan doing some fantastic work here.
Yeah. He'll take every advantage he can get.
Wait, he won't expect this, surely.
He does, he does. Carrigan 1 step ahead of the curve here. Just 1 player remains. That's going to be Rain, and he's towards inside. The bomb's down towards Ivy, so he is in a lot of trouble, to say the very least.
No, he's got the bomb on his back.
Oh, you're right.
Wait,
I
what?
assumed it was down towards
Yeah,
Ivy.
safe assumption. So did FaZe of rather mousesports.
Okay, so he can't believe this. I don't think anyone can.
Oh, now the rotation's coming. Connector.
I guess he wants to get 1 kill just before he plants.
The time.
No, it's good.
He has to plan.
Why didn't he plant? He has got the bomb.
I don't think he expected the site to be completely clear. It doesn't make any sense with Rop still alive.
He could have planted the bomb there. I don't get it. He could have. They would have had a plant next round as well. Have you got that plant down?
Yeah.
You said they actually had enough money to buy. And I thought he was going for that kill, just kill 1 rotation, then go plant, but he just sacrificed the round.
I think he was expecting Rops to be somewhere on the site
guess
that he
so,
couldn't
yeah.
clear. Yeah, that would be the only explanation for that scenario right there.
Sure.
Because if he knew the site was clear, he definitely would have planted. Obviously worried about a potential flank or going down, and if he went down after the time while trying to plant the bomb there, that could have been even worse.
I suppose so. I guess they have the AWP. Not all is lost, but...
Broken has 9 kills. It's not like he's changing the game for them by any means. He did find the opening there from Woxic, but his smoke was the fumble. And let me tell you, he's going to be practicing that a few times tonight after they finish this game, because that was a key miss right there.
You're right.
Not even with the AWP, a key miss. With the integral smoke deployment, Carrigan is in trouble a little bit. He's smoking out main just to get himself out of dodge. Bit of a poor smoke, definitely some player potential around that. Same can't be said for Olofmeister, but he's going to try anyway. We'll walk up to the generator. And oftentimes, this Ivy position does just come down to timing. Obviously linked quite instrumentally to game sense. But just choosing the timing for your push, it comes in sync with your team. The totem drop for FaZe to ensure that they have Pop Dog control safely.
So, 1 round for mousesports to get map points. Dust 2 up next. Feels almost like a lock in here. FaZe have won a single Deagle round this half. That's pretty much all they've put down. Flash over the top. Commitment comes shortly after. Out of the Pop Dog they come, and Frozen looks like he's primed to get a couple more kills.
20 seconds, it's that same scary number, and Nico, they can just stop it. They should, but they can't. A 5-man after plant. FaZe are looking to steal away the 12th. Nico's done all of the hard work. Bomb planted and first blood drawn onto the highest fragger that was Carrigan.
Couldn't find a decent post-plant position, however. He'll go down to the open and... a knife! What on earth has just happened there?
What is going on?
He just went for a knife. He knew where he was. Instead of coming around with a no-scope or the AWP or a pistol, he went for a straight-up knife kill, and they're going to smoke the bomb just so some Ts will stay around this position. So they're looking at the bigger picture. They want to save their AK, their Krieg. Like, sure, there's a chance they could win this round, but their money's... It's pretty good right now, but not worth the risk, not worth giving up anything else. It will be FaZe to find the round. Does anyone go down with a blast? No, they do not. So 4 players will be taken forward. So,
is that the olive branch?
It could be. It could be. It came down to Nico here, managing to open things up towards Carrigan. This was the moment, Chad. What did you make of this? A knife round the corner. Like, it looks like he's got intent there to just go for the kill with a knife. I guess his options limited is either face check it with the AWP or a Deagle.
Well, the barrel's going to show first round in that corner, right? Look, Not ideal. I think we can definitely agree on that one right there.
Certainly on a weapon round, trying to use your knife being your best option is non-ideal.
If they do win the series, we'll ask about it in the post. Double up setup on the T side. The only map you'll ever see this on. Virtus Pro, way back in the day, used to run it. SK Gaming as well.
Is this more, do you think, because FaZe are forced into it?
Of course. Yeah, definitely. There's no way they've designed their game to be
double
operational with 2 orbs, but like nothing else is working. Might as well see if you can get the picks.
I did wonder that when I saw them, saving the second. Did feel like it was a choice they didn't have to make.
It's a player like coldzera. I feel like if he wants to do something, he's going to do it. It doesn't work out for him necessarily, but they have got the trade.
And that could be enough for another round. Getting into the site.
There's another player inside, though. There's Voxic, who they might not have accounted for.
Rain needs to be very careful here as well. That smoke's going to fade soon, and the Molotov's dissipated now. Rain's in the hot seat.
So good smokes and post-plant Molotovs used. But the next kill is so important. Vox is waiting for an opportunity.
There's no smoke for the bomb either.
Are they going for this? Is it worth it? It might be at this point. Carrigan gives him an entry.
He's hunting him down. Look how angry Carrigan is. He just wants to get onto that site. He wants to get onto that third map. Brokey's getting his toes peppered. He will be pushed in by Carrigan. Nicely dealt with by Brokey. Now the time becoming a factor. If Frozen will get on it, and he can sit it, he will not.
No, he can't.
Oh, he's knocked off. Olaf's dunked him, and he's won them the round. A HE grenade from heaven. And mousesports, they're going to lose Chris J in the fray as well. Another AWP will not be saved.
There was no way. It looked like it was absolutely locked in there. Mousesports had it. They had the cover towards lower ramp, upper, and a bounce nade. I can only assume off the door of upper ramp that lands directly on the bomb. Just denies the defuse there, and somehow FaZe will stay in this game, and it shuts down the money as well, Chad.
Oh, no.
Where did the nade go? It must have been upper ramp, right?
Yeah, it was Olaf for upper ramp. He also had the Molotov that he dropped where Frozen started defusing in that, but I was worried because the position of where Nico planted the bomb was actually on the bomb train, not on the ground. I didn't think it would be enough.
But then, if anything, it helps it out because the HE lands mid-air. It doesn't go quite to the floor, so it probably did more damage with the bomb being there in that particular position. Voxic has an AWP, but they're going to lose the first kill here, surely. It's going to be coldzera to open things up. Looking for a 14-14 scoreline. They've got themselves right back in this one now. Kills across the board, and Voxic will be left to the AWP. Rops, Desert Eagle, nothing can be done here. They need to hold on to the sniper.
It's been about 30 seconds since mousesports, as a unit, thought they won that round before, to them being naded off it, and now they've lost 2. It's that quick of a turnaround. FaZe Clan charging out into the inner site on the round before, and now here on the outer. 14-14. They have managed to find a lifeline when I thought they were all out. Chris Tarrant was shaking his head saying, you got to do this on your own. And
that is a very tenuous niche reference, Alex, but I respect it so much. Do you have any idea what he was talking about there, Chad?
No clue.
Okay.
You know me.
If you did understand it, send us a tweet.
That's for my little clique of UK Counter-Strike millennials. Shout out to you guys.
Oh, God, to get the specific line as well, that really is quite good. I like that. In the last meeting on Train, it did go to an overtime after 9-6 halves. Mouth won 90-17. But did you say that was different lineups, Chad?
No, this was the last time that these two teams played. Was the 10th of the 10th in 2019 in ESL Pro League Season 10.
10th of the 10th.
And yeah, SEO bang on there. It did go overtime, 19-17. Nico was dropping bombs then as well. I think he had 30+ kills to his name in that match.
Always a bit frustrating when it's not enough. And when you take full damage towards Pop Dog, he's got the AWP this time. Much looser Counter-Strike. You can see coldzera's had the AWP. Brokey's had it now, Nico. He must have had a good spawn for Pop Dog to try and go for this pick. And for now, who will get either map point or series point first? Nico down to 32. Might be Mouse.
Maybe he'll be holding on to that AWP for a little bit longer.
Yeah. That's a good way to start the round out for mousesports.
They're out of nades, though. You can see here only a smoke and 2 flashes left with 1:15 on the clock and 1 defuse kit on the back of Chris J. So if this one does turn into another post-plant situation, this is where you can start to favor FaZe Clan. However, they've been slow on the time before.
They just flash on the fade here?
I think he can just sit and wait.
He's not opted to be in it. He's using the cover of the Pop Dog corner, and now he puts himself in the smoke. Just as it fades, but Frozen gets him. Advantage. Frozen doesn't understand it. He's the one that seizes the advantage, and now 4v4, they look for inner, and look at the positions of the CTs. They're above each other.
Yeah, it looks very good here. Rob should be on for a couple, as we'll see Chris J chime in as well. There it is, map point to be found, 5 versus 1, and the money is in a good position for FaZe, so overtime looks very likely again.
Olof needs to kill as many as he can here. There's 20 seconds left. He can't go down without finding a frag. If he can do any damage to the economy at all, it's going to be a plus, but it looks like he just wants to hold on to this AK.
He's got enough for his own utility, and his teammates can all buy themselves.
Well, Nico has $0,
Nico does
right?
0, but yeah, I guess you're right. So Olof Meister could use the drop next round.
Nico's only going to get 1,400. He will need to drop that across to Nico to allow him to have an AK.
What does that leave Olof with?
Olof can buy an AK of his own, and that's it. Maybe he'll have to drop a Galil instead.
He could drop an AK.
Oh, he automatically bought the Molotov. No, Olof!
Oh, the incendiary.
No.
So he's given a Krieg by Rain, though?
So Cold's making a sacrifice.
Oh, Cold did. Okay. So Cold's Deagle is like one of the craziest in the world. I think he's probably just said, I can Deagle on this map, don't worry.
We saw the 1-on-4 the other day.
Honestly, I remember Matt and I were casting him once online, and he did the most ridiculous stuff on train for an entire map. He knows his Deagle is probably enough. I think that's probably what he goes for here. Is there anything on the ground?
He's got nothing at the moment.
I think it'll be Deagle armor, and he's probably fine with that. He knows what he's capable of in this sort of scenario. If you are just joining us, the second map between the two international rosters here in EPL, FaZe Clan and mousesports, showing us how good they are. Right down, split to in the middle. It's going to be 15 to 14, and a Mac 10 is thrown over, not the Desert Eagle. Here's a Glock to go with it. They have utility, but not much of it. The AWP for Brokey on 11 kills and 16 deaths. It's mousesports that have looked so impressive on the CT side, but they started to drop off towards the tail end of it. FaZe Clan need 1 round for the reset, take us to overtime, and potentially close us out in 2.
It comes down to the decisions you make in the next 25 seconds. We've seen so many opening first bloods, so many rounds decided in the opening moves. And look at Rops' opening move. He's taken their head off coldzera. He can disappear back into his hidey hole and live for fighting another day. A smile on his face as well, as he knows he's given his team a huge leg up. It was only the Mac 10, but we talked a lot about coldzera and what he can contribute. Well, now FaZe will have to work without it.
I don't live in a world where this is possible. The amount of grenades, the fact they already have 2 individuals on that inner bomb site. We saw them win a retake scenario before by a grenade on the back of Olof. Well, he has one again this time round, but they have to get into the bomb site first.
How do you do that? Utility. Flying, soaring through the sky. Chris J playing anti-flash on that train. It's going to cost him his life, though. Into the site they flood. Rops has to find this duel on Olof. Cleanly, timing favors him. Olof Meister, you beast!
He knows of the tendencies of Rops. You could see him ducking and weaving, but it might not be enough here. 3 versus 2. Brokey needs to deliver. He has done not much at all with this AWP on train so far, and that continues. Nico, he'll have to pull out something quite special here. The first shot reflects that intention.
2 mollies, a smoke, and a nade. He has so much to deal with here. He has to get forward. He has to fight.
He doesn't know how. He doesn't know where to come from. He's just relocating now. Is able to take this fight. One more bullet. No! Oh, wow. It comes all the way down to the